Marshmallow Fanboy back with another review, this time of Marvel Legends series Gamerverse Snap. I think Snap is the name of the game. It's the Savage Land set from San Diego Comic-Con. I got it from Pulse when it went on sale probably maybe a week ago. And when I ordered it, I got some sort of error. And I thought, well, I lost out on it. It sold out in like 2 minutes, so I figured that was gone. It was my one shot, and it was gone. But a few minutes, 15 minutes later, I got a confirmation in my email that said that it went through, and I thought, yeah, that's awesome. I pre-ordered it. Nope, it was shipped right away, practically. So I got it real fast, which is awesome, because I need Shanna the She-Devil to complete the Khazar and Zabu pairing from last year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. It could have been this year. I'm pretty sure it was last year. But I need her to complete that trio. At the same time, if I have that trio, I should have Sauron. The first time Sauron came out as a Build-A-Figure was there was an X-Men wave, and I think I didn't get the entire wave. And I think I sold off all the Build-A-Figure pieces because I didn't want to build Sauron. But I have, at least 3 Savage Land figures now. All I need is sort of maybe a Magneto from maybe... I can't remember how he looked in the Savage Land, but I remember he and Rogue had a sort of romance in the Savage Land. But, I have a Savage Land sort of subset that's growing. And Rogue just had her own miniseries where it was Savage Land Rogue. So I feel like that's super timely. I think that this set is a perfect mix of a re-release of a Build-A-Figure that is expensive online and that has been not on the market for, at least 5 years or so. It's a great way to put Shanna into the line to complete that trio. It's a great place to put a new Rogue in, and it's just a great set. It's a really solid set. I didn't go to Comic-Con this year, but I'm sure the people who did were able to get this, because I think they only sell the overstock online. So that means that they had overstock, which means everybody who got in the line probably got what they needed. So this is the back. I think these numbers are significant to the video game, because I think it's a kind of a trading card video game. But I'm not super sure about that. A little picture of a dinosaur on the side. This thing is really long. This has got all of the names at the top. I don't think that Sauron's ever had a logo, because he's never had a comic. So well done, Sauron. You finally got one. Very cool. So that's the packaging. It's pretty basic. I don't know if there are cards inside, or if there's some sort of digital card or anything. No, I don't see any cards. But they could be in there. I'm not sure. I'll check. But that's how they look in the package. Why don't we take them out and see what we think of them in person? Okay, now that they're out of the package, let's take a closer look at Marvel Legends series Gamerverse Snap, Rogue, Shanna, and Sauron. Of course, we can start with some of the accessories. The women all come with a pair of fists, a pair of gesturing hands, and a pair of gripping hands. So they're just the different colors. That was Rogue's, of course. This is Shanna's, but they're all exactly the same. They have the same gesturing or fists or what have you. But it's a good variety, because I've got Rogue gesturing and also holding a spear. I've got both of them with their knives in the scabbard around their belt. But Shanna, I've got dual wielding the spear and the gun. Although she didn't come with a trigger finger, so there was nothing to put through the trigger. And I don't think she had there was no hand that was sort of shaped to get a finger into that hole. I think you would have had to maybe slide the thumb underneath the scope. I'm not really sure how I would have done that, but I think in a pinch you can pose her holding the rifle maybe and shoot her from the back so you can't see that she's not, she doesn't have a finger through the trigger guard or anything. So let's take a closer look. Let's start with Shanna. Like I said, she finishes my Savage Land set as far as having Khazar and Zabu. Sauron is a great figure to have because he's sort of the main bad guy, but it is really cool to finish that trio off. It's an amazing figure in that, it just looks really nice, really classic. I love the use of the browns, the lights, the darks, some of the off sort of grayish brown, the different browns on the different pieces. I like the rifle. The rifle's a really nice touch. You don't get a lot of rifles because, it's Marvel Legends and they do superheroes. You get rifles with maybe Punisher, but not a rifle like this. That's very cool. I don't know if that has been maybe with another figure or something, but I like that a lot. It's a really nice piece. And I don't remember her ever wielding a weapon, but if it was everything was after Tarzan, maybe Shanna came from the city and found Khazar and sort of settled in with him, but she knows the ways of the world or something like that. I'm not sure how that worked out. The spear is very cool, just super classic. Just the light brown with the super light tan on the rope and the gray sort of stone blade of the spear tip is very cool. The knife, if I can get it out of the holster, it was tough to get in. Okay, it was easy to get out. I sort of overdid that there. So that is what her knife looks like. I'm pretty sure hers and Rogue's are pretty much the same. Hers is a deep silver, and with the gray hilt, or sorry, the brown hilt, which is very cool. It's a big sort of Rambo knife. I don't know what you would call that kind of knife, but it's a really cool jungle knife. But it's not a machete, but it's practically a machete if it's sharp enough. But yeah, just a lot of great details. I like on her and Rogue how the hair is windswept. I wish we would have gotten another sculpt, another head to put on for each character. That would have been really cool. But I can't complain. This is really nice. This is a really nice figure and a really great way to finish off that Savage Land set. As for Rogue, she's a new character for the Savage Land set because she had her own comic book just a couple months ago. She was dressing in this uniform and taking on the Savage Land. I didn't get it, but I missed out on it. I didn't want to. I was like, I don't know. But maybe it's worth taking another look at now that I see that the figure is really cool. And I really do like this figure. I like the yellow and the green are the same. I like that it has all the Savage Land touches, including sort of this fang necklace with the teeth on it. Very cool. I like the knife with the sheath. She's Rogue. She doesn't need it, but she's got it. I like the spear. I like how kind of decorative it is. It's super different from Shanna's, which is probably mostly for defense and hunting, and Rogues can afford to be a little more performative, a little more for show, since, she's super strong and invulnerable. She's sort of got you at a disadvantage, so you probably just shouldn't mess with her at all. So Rogue's knife is also dark gray and Rambo-like. I think they got pretty much the same knife. Let's see. Shanna's and Rogue's. No, maybe Rogue's is a little bit... No, on camera it looks a little more silvery because it catches the light a little bit, but they're the same. The knives are the same in each one. Rogue herself, very cool. The of course, the gesturing hand and the gripping hand I put in. I'm not going to go over the articulation, though I think both of them have the double pinless elbows, double pinless knees. Looks like. I'm not sure what the torso articulation is like. Does the waist twist? I don't know. The waist feels like it would twist, but it twists down here. See the head, and because of all the hair with Shanna and Rogue, the head doesn't move very much, but the head moves. Just maybe not to your or my satisfaction. But the wind swept with the like the scarf ends is very cool in the hair. But again, wish we got in a different portrait, maybe one with the hair just not blowing in the wind. Especially because the two women's hair are blowing from at different sides. So it means that if they're standing together, they look silly with their hair blowing two different directions. Of course, if they're standing facing Sauron, and Sauron, and you could suggest that his wings are flapping, then maybe that doesn't look so bad because, of course, he's the source of the wind, and of course their hair is blowing the opposite of the source of the wind. It's blowing away, and he's more in the center. It looks like he's just hypnotizing them. As for Sauron himself, if you have the other Build-A-Figure Sauron, you have this one, except the first Build-A-Figure did not come with this. Sort of the hypnotizing effect, which has a notch here that just goes right over the bridge of his nose toward his eyes. So it gives you enough space to see the eyes while sort of having a casting effect. Also, this is tight enough on him that if you move the head with I move it here with this, but if you move the head with that on it, it pretty much stays on. I never had an occasion where it fell off, but Sauron is a big, beefy SOB. Just a really great, huge chunk of plastic. He's got the tail with the I don't know if the first one came with a tail. I'm having a hard time remember. Like I said, I didn't get the whole Build-A-Figure, so it's absolutely possible that at some point he had a tail, and I gotta lean toward he did, because this is just there's a re-release. But I think maybe the paint is better, and of course because the eyes have the hypnotic effect, his eyes have those sort of yellow swirls on the inside instead of the pupils. He has yellow swirls. I don't know if you see that, but that's yellow swirls in his eyes. I'm using his tail for balance, so that he doesn't fall right over. But he is a big chunk of figure. Huge wingspan, lots of articulation with the wings. The wings come in a couple different sections along the arm and everything. So, you can move those as you like. That's very cool. You can, of course, grab a flight stand and pose him, diving at your X figures. Just an enormous figure, just a very cool figure. And of course, if I've got 4 Savage Land figures now I have a bad guy to go with it. So I'm super happy with this set. All 3 figures are a slam dunk. I'm really enjoying them, and I'm happy to add these to my collection. And hopefully you got a hold of one too, or hopefully Hasbro will reactivate it and allow it to be sold for a little bit longer and produce more of them. Because it seems like, such a disservice to have a Hasbro Pulse membership and not be able to get the things that you want, because there's such a narrow window to order in. So that was a little bit bitchy. I'm sorry about that, but this thing sold out in 2 minutes. It was such a pain in the ass, and for about 15 minutes I was like, I didn't get it at all. But I did, so I'm really happy. So until next time, enjoy your toys.